Alright, my phone is dying, so if there's chat, I will open it in the browser. Oh shoot, where's my phone? There we go. It was in an awful spot. I am lucky that I found it as quickly as I did. Uh,
What's up?
hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
it's going. How are you?
I am all right. I am going to. Oh fuck! I can't do that right now, can I?
How dare you?
Oh fuck off, computer. Anyway.
Oh my God, Spiney's live.
Yeah. Um. Let me see here. We're starting off this with the drawing of the two best characters on the show. If I can find them. There we go. There's
Oh, while you
one.
do this, I'm going to go look through my footage for Stuart to make sure that all of
Sounds good. Even though you cut
it is
out.
usable.
Hey, there we go. OMG, Blasted for real? Yes, Dave Slayer.
What'd
Is
they
that
say?
Is that Dave the Wolf? Did you change your username? Yeah, I'm working on a last call for um that's okay, I gotta stop sharing my screen with Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Okay.
Because I cannot draw like that. What the fuck is with this? My computer used to do screen share no problem, and now it's acting all about it.
Uh,
We're drawing the two best characters who make an appearance in this episode. Yes, I did. Well, welcome. Yeah, I wanted to make a way more simple episode after how much work Year of the Hedgehog 2 was, and it's more simple in the terms that it's not as complicated as Year of the Hedgehog 2, but it's certainly not a simple one.
I think it's all for the joke.
There is so much fucking. There are so many drawings in this one. So many drawings they have to do, but you know what? I think that the only reason I want to like do more simple last calls is because I want to cover more games for the channel.
I get that.
But at the same time, part of me is just like I think I need to, because I used to have the rule that I couldn't um, go on to another game until the last call was done, which we've obviously broken that rule several times now. But I always tried to stay fairly caught up, and now I'm thinking that rule just needs to be no new playthrough until a video comes out, until like a video that's like not a playthrough comes out, because I think that honest to God, like when it comes to easier videos to make TV show movies, is performing really well, and it's not hard to make. I love doing it. The hardest thing about those is just taking time to gather the footage, honestly, because I show a lot in those. But um, But then I could just make Last Call mainly make try to do my best to make every episode stand out, make them a little bit more complicated, do fun stuff with characters. This one's a lot sillier. This is we're not doing another dramatic episode for a long time. This is a very not that there wasn't humor in the obviously there was. That's where these two characters come from, but I just think I don't know. I like making these episodes feel like a show. Where anyone who would rather just hear me talk about something without it being without any other silly shit. They've got TV show, movies, or any other random video I just had to do. And they're like the game discussion will always be there. I'm always gonna try to make it a Last Calls like a combination of two. There's even just some like video essays about Sonic I want to do. That was a big plan for this channel. Like we I did the music one. That was fun. So there'll be plenty of Sonic videos that don't have this shit in them either. I don't think Zimbo is a character that can smile. I think he always has to have an awkward look on his face. Like he's happy, but he doesn't know how to express it. Want to change my online, so for now I changed it a reference to DMC. What's DMC? Do you know what that is, Chris?
Devil May Cry?
Might be that.
Hold on. I want to make sure that I heard you right, so I gotta actually go look at the chat.
What was? Well, that's neat. That's neat, though.
I've been working on a Devil May Cry video for like my whole channel's existence.
Just kind of on and off.
Yeah, it's like I love the series a lot. It's just anytime I do it, like I'm like, oh, I want to do a different video, and I just should do it because like I don't see a lot of people talking about Devil May Cry anymore.
Right.
I think definitely you would like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. I don't know which one you would prefer, and I know that they're not the same, but they kind of like exist in the same bubble.
Are they both Sega by any chance?
No, one's Capcom, the other one's Sega.
Okay. So they have like Zimbo's ridiculously big hand. He has like the regular hand and the really. Actually, though I think his regular hand is actually supposed to be kind of deformed and small.
See, that's the problem. Is that like talking about 2 is hard without it being negative.
Is that a response to something in chat?
Yeah.
I'll be a little bit delayed with chat today because my phone is dying, so I put it on a charger, so I'm kind of opening my browser to look. But I will keep an eye on it.
Because like 1's great, 2's 2. 2's 2. 3's amazing. I was a hipster on 4, but then I grew up, and I love 5.
Is 4, were you a hipster on 4 as in you didn't like it, or a hipster on 4 that you were like the only person who liked it?
I was a hipster in the fact of where I was like, oh, I don't like this new character. Even though like the new character was Nero and he played really well, but like I was too in my own ass about Dante. So I'm like, oh, the Dante segments are the best. Only that, and then I got over it and went, no, Nero's dope, and I need to just shut the hell up.
Is that really what the skin tone looks like? That doesn't seem right. It looks so weird when it's like full screen like this. It looks more. The smaller one looks more green for some reason. That is weird.
I had that feeling with Sonic 06, not 06, wow. Sonic Unleashed for a minute. I had that like, oh, the Sonic segments are great, but the Werehog segments are bad. And then like somebody told me you have to level up Sonic, and I'm like, oh, well.
I think the problem most people have with the Werehog is just like it feels like such a different game. And unlike the adventure games, it's not really like optional. You have to do it if you want to play more of the fast-paced stages. So I can get that. When I played Unleashed, I personally had fun with the Werehog, and I don't. He's definitely the weaker part aspect of the game, which obviously takes up more because the levels, because of that gameplay style, it's easier to make them bigger. But as a whole, I had a good time with it.
I feel like as a person that retreads videos on my own channel of what people have already done, make it anyways, because no matter what, you're not going to say exactly what people said, and there's always going to be a different perspective that is valid.
100%. I had someone comment on my Stupid Mario Brothers video recently saying that they wanted to make one, but they felt like I covered everything. I gotta say, like, as flattering as that is, I would honestly rather more videos on Stupid Mario Brothers exist. I wish more people would cover, because right now it's just me and Mumpy. I mean, there's some other ones, but in terms of like making a big video, it's me and Mumpy. I think unless there's a third one that I'm not aware of, I would love to see it if it exists.
I'm working on one, actually, and it's a very specific video, but it's going to go on Couch Co-op because Smash Bros. Is the place for it.
Oh, neat.
And it's about how, if I wrote the season where they lost their powers, how I would have done it.
Okay.
But anyways, Dave, the thing is that just no matter what, you have a unique voice.
Absolutely.
No matter how it is, and I think that...
although Chris is probably going to need to repeat.
Same as somebody else.
You're going to need to repeat that.
Okay, you're not going to say the same thing as everyone else at the end of the day. And you might bring something new that other people didn't think about. Did you catch any of that? And
even if you do repeat what someone else said, I mean, honestly, if you build a, as long as you're not like intentionally plagiarizing, obviously don't do that. But like if you say something that someone else just so happened to say, like you make a similar point, some people just want to hear from you. Like you build an audience and they grow interested in what you have to say about something. I mean, listen to Spiny. His dick figure videos is really close to another one. yeah. Honestly, Rebel Taxi. I'm messing with you. It's not that close. No, they're not like they're definitely different, but like me and Rebel Taxi both did cover similar things. Like Rebel Taxi, me both bought the fucking art book and went through that. Like I think there's some fun facts in his video that are said in my video too. But it's because I still thought it was worth talking about. But if I could say one thing before I move on, I definitely think doing another DMC video would be great because I don't come across them a lot. So even if it's what people said before, I would still watch it because I love that series and I'd love to see more people talk about it, especially since, we're kind of in a place where DMC isn't talked about right now. 5 came out and we're kind of in a weird place of, not having a game, so it'd be really cool. Period of what you do, Zimbo's got a weird viewer tongue right here, so I'll watch it. Zimbo's got a weird fucking tongue. I guess if you don't mind me talking about the video that I want to make, it's about what I would have done with Richie's season. Is I would have made them have power ups instead. Oh, that's a cool idea. So we're talking season 4. Yeah, where, what's his name? Blair, whatever. Yeah, Blair Verstorm. Because, like, they're like, oh, they lost their powers. And I'm like, that'd be really cool if they got power-ups. Yeah. Like, we've already, the movie already kind of acknowledged that, right? That power-ups exist. Yeah, it did. They kind of had their own spin on it, but it'd be fun to expand on that for sure. For sure, but I think it would have been cool if it was like temporary, so now they have to think about how they fight, Yeah, right. I know Richie wasn't probably thinking about that at the time, but I thought that would have been a cool idea. Of course they'd get their powers back, no duh. I think that the biggest flaw of the show is it could actually be too simple at times, and I get it, it's a comedy, you don't want to go too far with it, but it's like, man, you're messing with a lot of different like games and worlds. Like I think it actually would be like pretty worthwhile to kind of think about that. I remember, like again, Kevin's my buddy, so I get like there's a bit of a bias here, but I thought Kevin had some really cool ideas for season 5, and Richie just wasn't into it. And I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's his project, but I mean, most people can acknowledge that the fourth and fifth seasons, there's some missed potential in them.
Yeah, I think the reason why I'm going with power ups is just because I think that would have been fun to see Mario's like hammer and other stuff.
Yeah,
Mario runs off of power ups. Like, no matter what, it would have been really cool. But
yeah, that's even like a cool thing you could dive into instead of like feeling the pressure to add in a bunch of new characters. Like that's another way that you can keep it interesting with like the game references. Like, oh, we can focus on powers, because like in movie Act 2 they don't really introduce any interesting characters. It's just Liquid Snake, which as I said in that video, I personally don't think is that good of a character. Um, at least not in the stupid Mario Brothers series. Maybe in the actual games it's more interesting. Probably
they
is.
are very interesting and they're a wild ass character.
But I think what was cool about Act 2 of the movie is Mr. L and Fire Mario. Like we got to see those costumes. That was neat. So like, yeah, in that sense, like the movie's best new characters are just different versions of pre-existing characters. Like I think that's a good thing to explore. And the movie did it very well. And I get why they didn't want to add a bunch of new characters in the movie. It's like it was supposed to be a finale. It's a good idea to not throw too much in and just focus on what you already have in there.
And when I make my video, it's not me complaining. It's just me throwing some. Because I'm even gonna say, like, in hindsight, no duh. I think my idea was better, but like, I don't know. I mean, because not much would have changed. So.
Right.
I guess because, like, I mean, it would have been really cool for them to be on the back foot. And it would have been cool to see them, you know, have to conserve them too, because, I don't think that they could easily get them.
Yeah.
You know?
It could be
And
it could be as simple as Snake kind of hunting some of this stuff down because he feels like, oh, now we need a new way to do this.
and I think
And
it would have been
Snake's got his
funny.
connections.
And I think it would have been funny because, like, Luigi could have been like, "What are you using power ups for?" And then he'd be like, "We lost our powers, done." And the reveal would have been cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I like the way they did that reveal, but that would have been a cool way to do it too.
because, like, because I mean, I get it. Like, they're going off of Super Smash Bros. Rules of Mario can just willingly do fireballs, but like them losing their powers, and I'm not saying, and even then, I'm not saying that the fireball power up would be there.
Of
Like,
course,
imagine
Dave
them in
Slayer.
the scene getting. Say what?
I just said, of course, Dave Slayer. Dave Slayer said thank you.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Um.
But like imagine Mario in a fight gets hit too hard and boom, there goes the power up and they're back to square one.
Yeah.
Or like for instance, it's a power up like a hammer, not something that lasts for too long. Just kind of sticking to like classic Mario stuff that people already know.
I like the idea of doing a hammer. I like the idea of watching Richie with like a giant hammer.
Yeah.
When McGriddle's lips a different tone, because they probably should be. I'm gonna make them a darker color. I may have made them a lighter color to make things easier, but there. That's
I
better.
think another thing I would have probably played with is because like I like the concept of that season. It just didn't pan out.
it really fell apart at the end because it was like taking what it set up in favor of like, here's what you like. Here's the character that you like already. And it's like, and I mean, I kind of like what they do with Darkness in the last season, so I'm kind of okay with it now. I'm at peace with it. But I remember at the time, I was just like, I was so disappointed when they did that.
So I would have changed one thing, and that's the color of the soldier.
Yeah,
You know,
the
probably made them red or blue as a reference to Advance Wars.
that could have been
And I know that
nice.
Advance Wars isn't like super well known, but like you could have just lied and said that's where they're from.
Uh,
Or any army game, like you could have said Call of Duty. I don't know.
it would make sense for Darkness to seek someone from like a game world, since I feel like video game characters would be a lot more willing to accept what's going on over like just some random person.
Yeah, especially
Like
since
Scott
like they don't
Masterson's like the
show.
I think Scott Masterson is like the only regular human that interacts with these characters like all like frequently. I guess Gina too, but Gina feels like she is from the games, honestly.
Yeah, I think God, what's another one I want to say? The ninja should have been from a series. Any
I
any
like
series.
I like Zubashi.
I guess. I mean,
I enjoy Zubashi.
I enjoy him too, but I think like you know what? Open the door. Hi. Come on, buddy. Anyways, though, I'm not saying that Zubashi's bad. It's just like you could have given him a generic ninja game name. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Can you close the door? I'm dying now. Because I am.
Rest in peace, Chris.
Yep. Anyways, like I think a random ninja would have been, and it's not even that like Zubashi can still work. It's just maybe if you're adding ninjas, maybe add a, Joe Musashi or whatever his name is from Ninja, Ryu Hayabusa or
Maybe give him
from
like
Ninja
a
Gaiden.
maybe give him like a super ninja from like that actually does come from a game. Like you have all the default ones, kind of like how they brought Captain Morgan in for the pirate side. Maybe have like the ninjas have their like top guy, and that's actually a reference to a game. That could
Yeah,
be
I mean,
that could
because
be a
Captain
fun
Morgan's fine. Captain Morgan would be fine if like they did more with him.
Yeah, no, Captain Morgan was a funny idea, and then like the joke of him lying around and being hungover is funny at first, but what happens as it carries on throughout the season is you're no longer thinking, oh, it's so funny that they keep cutting back to that. You're thinking, oh, this is like them working with time limitations.
You know what would have been even funnier is if once again they have a character from a video game with Captain Morgan, like Guybrush from Monkey Island. The super comedical character trying to, like, anxiously existing, trying to get the pirates together.
Mm-hmm.
You
I will.
know,
I
like,
will
come
say.
on, guys.
I do like the original Rich Alvarez characters. I get what you're saying though. If again, just like missed potential in some areas. Can't believe it's already fucking 5. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
I like. The thing is, I like the original Rich Alvarez characters too. It's just most of their jokes. I guess the problem with them is that the originality still dies because most of their jokes come from other stuff. Like the ninjas are just Naruto jokes.
Perhaps. I need like a. I am using some stock footage for this one. I need like a sports center background. Doesn't have to be sports center specifically. I just need like a.
Like, in truth, I'm being honest with you. I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just, the ninjas are all Naruto jokes or ninja running, or Naruto running, the, Naruto hand symbols.
Right. No, I gotcha. Anime seem to be a big factor. Use background video, big factor in season 4.
I guess the reason I'm saying this is because, like, Sonic for Hire is a pretty good example of where they had original characters, but they really kind of, even if they didn't, even if they just acknowledged the character by name, because Sonic for Hire did that a lot. Where it's like basic knowledge of a character, I feel like that's more fun than just having like, hey, look, that's a Naruto joke. Funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because like Earthworm Jim, weirdly enough, if Earthworm Jim was the same character from Sonic for Hire, the series probably would be good. Like, you know what I mean? Like Mario's a gangster stereotype, but yet he's still funny that it's Mario, you know? Like, you don't have to keep him the way he is. You just have to, like, throw him in there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Captain Morgan's perfect. You don't need to change him. I just think having another pirate being hell, it doesn't even have to be Guybrush. It could be any other character. They could have just named another one, you know? You know, made it another alcohol joke, Jimothy Bean or something. Just another character to connect us with the pirates, you know? Something.
Right. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm not giving the best responses right now. I am in searching for stock footage that works mode. But honestly, I might be overthinking this. If this was like some fucking esports event, they're not going to have that complicated of a background.
You would be surprised.
Well,
esports.
I probably should. Esports.
Like, what about Evo? That's pretty much one of the big ones. The Nintendo Championship, League of Legends Championships, Dota, Counter-Strike. Shit, there's a whole bunch.
I'm just trying to find like a background for Zimbo McGriddle to be talking in front of right now, because I finished their drawings for scene 1. Which was easy. I only had to draw like 4 things, and two of them were just alterations of a drawing. But it's gonna, I don't know, esports announcers.
Look up Evo.
Yeah, some of these esports do have more complicated ones. You're right.
I've been to a few.
I'm thinking of some of the speed running things I've seen where it's just someone talking behind like a blue or red wall or something like that. But I guess the joke here is that we're making this like Sonic Blast is seen as a bigger deal in this world than it is in ours. Now I just need one.
Heck, like Nintendo's Smash Bros tournaments have like crazy stuff.
What are those fucking walls called with like a million logos on them that you'll see like celebrities pose in front of or some people talk in front of?
I know what you're talking about. They're like the brand walls.
Brand walls. Yeah, okay, that did give me results. We'll do esports. That didn't help a lot. I don't... I don't know enough about this to know where to look. That's the thing. I don't watch esports.
I've been to a few. What are you looking for?
Just a background for McGriddle and Zimbo to talk behind, in front of, I mean.
Are they announcing, or...?
Yes, they are commentating the Sonic Blast race.
Give me a minute.
I found something that will work for now, but if you find something better, I'm willing to go for it. Because this doesn't even seem like a backdrop they'd be talking in front of. But I'm going to use it because it's the closest thing resembling what I would want so far. Which is hard to even really say what I want because I don't fully know what I'm looking for. Definitely making... This episode has a setting that is definitely not... It's out of my territory.
Luckily for me, it's in mine.
What does it do? I got Tony's lines. They were good. So everybody's audio is here now. Goodness. It's funny. It's funny because like with Olivia and Stuart, I sent them the full script, so they definitely knew all of the context, and that definitely helped them. Where if Tony, just because he's busy and I didn't want to overwhelm the guy. I just sent him his lines. So some of his lines are delivered kind of awkwardly because he literally did not know what he was responding to, but I find it really funny. It's kind of like Will's lines in this episode. I just find it really funny. I hope that's not insulting to them. I think they both did a really good job, but
I gotta find the booths.
I mean, if you find any images that you think would be helpful, just send them my way. I'd appreciate it. All right, so I think I've been screen sharing. Yep, I've been screen sharing Adobe Premiere for the stream, which is good. And we're not going to go too long today. Just wanted to start working on this because, honest to God, this video has been the success of TV show movies has gotten in the way of this one.
Oh no, success.
I mean, I'm not.
See, like
complaining.
I think what you're used to is you're used to like the hotel settings, right?
Probably.
Where people are kind of in a like a ballroom kind of thing.
Yeah, honestly, think. I mean, I guess the only reference I really have is like what Too Many Games does for their tournaments, which is pretty simple.
You know, Michael, I would totally invite you to these, but I don't even have an interest in going always. So
I don't know if I would. I don't think I'd really like being at one, to be honest. I don't really. It's ironic coming from me, considering what this channel is. I don't really get a lot of laughs from entertainment from watching people play video games. Like I like Oni plays and Neebs gaming, but that's because I think they're funny. Like I don't even have to watch the game to enjoy them. I don't think there's anything wrong to find in entertainment in it. I think that it's. I get it, but
I think there's entertainment in it if you follow it, but I have not followed this kind of shit.
You know what else is? Bush should be above that.
Like Miracle, but no offense.
Oh, say that again.
But it's like if you go, hey man, I'm going to Evo, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go check it. I'll pay for tickets to watch you play, but that's as far as I'll go. Like if Stuart, you know.
It'd be interesting if someone I knew was playing for sure. Like Stuart did a Mario Party 4. Actually, no, it turned into a fucking Superstars minigame because they weren't prepared. Tournament when we were at Too Many Games, and I was there with him.
Greetings from Apple World.
Hi.
Hi.
How's Apple World?
Yeah, if one of you guys went to like a tournament or something, I'd definitely go. But I just
A tournament?
I just don't follow that anymore. I don't have the time to.
Esports?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm cut out for esports.
I would do I would go to an event if I knew someone competing in one, probably, and that's it.
I go to an event just to kind of
Welcome back to the biggest esports tournament in the
what I'm
country.
looking for.
That's right.
I think I would
it's been
go
a
to
long
an
week.
esports
We
tournament
finally made it
and
to the
say
final
I've
event.
been.
That being the
It's another
Sonic Blast
experience
tournament.
on the
Several
docket. Like,
teams
yeah, I've
from
never
around the
been
world
to
will be
an esports
competing to see who
tournament.
can clear this beloved game.
I'd like to go just to meet
I'm the
people.
artist formerly known as Mick Riddle.
Kind of because it's always not only network,
And
just
I'm Zimbo
like for instance, Nintendo does Mario Kart ones and Smash Bros ones. It'd be really cool to just talk stupid shit
We'll
about
be
Mario
covering this race
Kart.
for all of you watching at home.
You know, it's like just being around people. You know.
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't participate in one. I'm not cut out for that.
Welcome
I
back to the
used
biggest
to.
esports tournament in the country.
Well, you must have like really good skills then, because I don't have the skills for esports.
I used to
I
do
guess I
Street
could
Fighter.
enter.
Well,
I guess I could enter, but I would definitely lose.
I don't know.
That's
I
right.
think Michael, that's perfect what you got there, by the way.
Okay, cool.
It's been a long week. We finally made it to the final
I think
event.
the problem with esports is that like the thing is that like back when Smash Bros was first
Being
announced at
the
E3
Sonic
because I
Blast
went to that one.
Tournaments.
It's funny because I won the first round, and I didn't expect to, and then I won the second round, and then I got
Several
super
teams from
nervous and
around the world
lost
will
the
be
third.
competing to see who
And
cleared
that's
this
why I
beloved
hate
game
doing
the
tournaments, because
quickest.
even if you're good enough, like there's the nerves that come into it, you know.
Right. The only gaming tournament I was ever in my life was one for before PlayStation Battle All Stars came out. We were at like this music festival, me and some friends, and they had this they had it set up in they had like this PlayStation truck you could go in. And they had that game set up, and they were like so people could try it out, and they were doing a tournament, and me and Gage both signed up to be in it. I was knocked out of the first round. Gage made it to the final round. He did not win, but he was in the finals.
Stop lying. We both know that you're the Tomodachi Life champion.
I got out. I wouldn't even agree with that. I always reset. I always reset the game too soon. Like I just want to start over every time I play it. I would like to do. I do got to get that me shit figured out so we could do like a Spiny stream one. I think that would be fun. But I also want to do me. You did, and I just haven't done anything with it yet. I also do want to just do Miitopia because I would like to see. Like, I just want to spend hours in that game, like accurately making the Spiny characters in it.
I'm the artist formerly known as McGriddle.
I just gotta find a good time for that because it's obviously kind of it would be fun, but it would like be very unproductive.
Welcome back to the biggest.
Anyways, I'm gonna play this opening scene right here. Although I probably I probably need to add some footage in the middle of them talking of like people actually playing the game or something, but I can just use stock footage for that.
Welcome back to the biggest esports tournament in the country.
That's right. It's been a long week, but we finally made it to the final event. That being the
Alright, so when she says Sonic Blast, we can show footage of Sonic Blast.
Sonic Blast tournament. Several teams from around the world will be competing to see
We'll just show live action footage of people
who
playing.
cleared this beloved game the quickest.
And we can bring it back in when McGriddle introduces herself.
Wait, hold on, Michael. Can you do that?
What's up?
Won't you get flagged?
That being the Sonic Blast.
NFL theme? I doubt it.
Oh, buddy.
Chris, you have no idea how many options there were for downloading this up on YouTube.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, I know for sure that, like, NFL's weird about their shit. Like,
Oh, it'll probably get claimed, but I don't think it's getting taken down. I'm pretty sure I've used it before. Stupid Mario
I don't think
Brothers.
it's gonna get claimed. I mean, I don't think it's gonna get taken down. I just know for sure that, like, the NFL is weird.
Sure.
And so is the Olympics.
I'm not afraid of the NFL. Okay, let's look. What's the difference between Sonic Blast and Sonic 3D Blast? Also, hi, Kobe.
It was so sorry it took forever.
One is an isometric view game that is promoted as a 3D game, but technically isn't. And it's interesting, but not necessarily fun. And the other one is a traditional 2D Sonic game where they used 3D models that they converted to sprites, kind of like Donkey Kong Country did. 3D Blast is probably the better of the two games, but that's just because there's a bit more going on. Blast is definitely a less painful game to clear.
And the most important thing is that Blast also was created by Marty Dimps.
Yes.
That last part's absolute bullshit. That is not true in any way.
Blast tournament. Several teams from around the world will be.
I need to
I also have a restraining order against Sonic Blast, so
that's in this video. It's highly referenced. So I just need to get footage of stock footage of people playing esports now.
yeah, I think definitely Evo would be a good one to look up.
I just typed
That's
in
a
stock
consistent
footage
one.
esports.
What?
I just typed in stock footage for esports. Oh yeah, I think I already found. I found some stuff. Found some pretty. I mean, it's gonna have the fucking watermark on it, but when I'm using stock footage, I typically don't care about that. Oh, it's gonna make me save a frame and not an. Oh, that's lame. How download the watermark? Oh, I have to make an account. Okay, not doing that. Getty Images, I think I can just download it. It might have some stupid ass watermark on. Yeah, it's gonna have Getty Images on it, but I don't care. I don't fucking care. Oh my god, what if I could take this shot and put fucking Blast on it? And it's such a dramatic shot, and there's people cheer, a large crowd of people cheering. If I could, it's not green screens, it'd be a little hard, but as long as the shot doesn't move, I should be able to edit it in my favor. Save type as No, I would rather you not do that. Oh, come on. I know I can save a video. I've done it before. Fuck off. Is it all of them, or is it just that one? Oh, it's gonna be fucking all of them, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to go to YouTube for this. There's a couple of okay shots here. And there's no watermark. That probably works.
I am absolutely sorry. I didn't say shit for a minute.
You're fine.
Hey, it's Cartoon Buffoon.
Hey, Doom Buffoon.
I thought for a second somebody was selling their cat on Facebook Marketplace, but no, they're selling the litter box.
Will it come with a cat?
Probably not.
Shame.
I was just concerned for a minute because I'm like, why
I would buy a cat.
I mean, I would buy a cat on Facebook Marketplace. I wouldn't sell my cat on Facebook. I wouldn't sell my cat at all. I love my cat.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I was just concerned. I was like, why are you sad?
See, I don't feel like we should buy animals. I feel like you should just give them to me.
Y'all want to buy a horse spa for $55,000?
That sounds like an opportunity that I absolutely. It sounds like an opportunity that I absolutely will miss out on.
Start the download.
Let's start the download.
Nice to see you streaming this. This is a strum. Why can't I talk? Fuck. A strumming. I quit. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know what? We'll get him next time.
Get him next time.
We'll get him next time.
Oh well. I've got Chris's stupid Donkey Kong Country video here that I'm taking without permission.
You know, it's funny that you say that, but yet in a weird back-assed way, Michael, you gave me the whatever disease you have.
Not being able to speak.
Damn it. Yeah, how dare you?
Don't like.
I think honestly all of the footage I need could come from
No,
This
it's
one.
not. It's not the vocabulary. It's just Michael's doing 500 things at once and tried to read at the same time.
Yeah. I'm also dumb, but anyway.
I wouldn't say that.
Baba Booey.
Final event, that being the Sonic Blast tournament. Several teams from around the tournament.
I'm gonna do something epic. I'm just saying that right now. But first I
Gonna
gotta
steal another one of my
I'm
videos.
glad you warned us first. So the weaker ones could step out of the way.
Mitzi, you could have just said my name.
What?
Distance like that.
You said the weaker ones. You didn't have to.
Oh.
You could have just said Chris.
TDS's Blue Marine Zone.
You just have some. It'd be great if you just kept him in.
Oh, what are you talking about?
There's just a dude that's talking to like get people before it's like, oh yeah, I've been excited for this for a whole year, yeah. Like that's all you need.
Tournament, several teams from around.
Like, I mean, I guess he's probably significant, but that would have been funny if you just had some random guy talking.
Several teams from around the world will be competing to see who
But it looks like the video's already kind of there, so.
can clear this beloved game the quickest. I'm the
And then after this, you can work on my video.
yes.
I'll work on your video. I gotta continue streaming something.
Smarter than the average hedgehog. That is debatable.
Competing to see who can clear this beloved.
Alright, so what I need to do here is I need to make that screen there have blast on it as if this entire crowd is here for that.
I mean, you can do it.
Oh, I could definitely do it. I'm just trying to think of, you know, I should use the boss fight. Yeah, I should use this clip for it. No, it needs to be something more lit up. I know I need to use Blue Marine Zone or Green Hill Zone, because it needs to be something with a lit up background and not just, like, black for the background. That's not going to translate too well into that glowing screen.
At least Rush is honest about it.
Just use you getting perpetually stuck in the pipe.
Alrighty. Crop it a little better than that. Alright, 16.5 then. Gee, if you're gonna be like that, Premiere.
Last turn.
I really want to see how this episode comes out.
It'll be a good one. It'll be a very silly one, but that's what we need after what the Hedgehog 2 was. Oh, isn't there a way I can...
Alright, I'm gonna get up for a couple seconds.
Okay, I think there's supposed to be a way that I can make this into like a 3D object. It might be basic 3D. Yes, okay, perfect. And now we just need to do a perfect trim around that TV I can do that by making that clip disappear. Zooming in even more. What are you doing to me? Knock it off. Oh, it doesn't. What? Let me use the pen, please. I'm selecting the pen. Why aren't you letting me use the pen tool? For fuck's sake. Yeah, okay, you fucking asshole. There we go. Don't know why you fought me so hard on doing that, but just feather the edges a bit. Bring it back in. Maybe keep the opacity down so it kind of looks like it's glowing a bit. Let's see.
Tournament. Sonic Blast Tournament.
Now, what's with that thing at the end there? Oh, it's because the video behind it changed. Can I, like, would this make it better? Let's see. No, but the clip's not long enough for that.
Sonic Blast Tournament.
So I kind of do need the opacity all the way up then, so you can't tell there's a shot changing behind it. We can add, like, a glow to it, probably. Maybe. I don't know if that's actually going to work. This isn't Photoshop.
This isn't Photoshop.
I don't know what alpha glow means either. But I'll make the starting point and ending point the same.
Blast turn.
Alright, I might just need to...
Do we acknowledge in this one that we never get to 3D Blast?
What's up?
Do we acknowledge in this one that we never get to 3D Blast?
We don't talk about 3D Blast in this one, but... Yeah. Make more of a feather effect here, maybe. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, drop shadow works fine for a glow. I don't know why I'm doing all of this. I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out as we go.
You know how it is. You know how it be when it do.
Yeah, I don't think that's doing any favors for this, so I'll do we'll try doing a drop shadow as a glow. Is that doing anything? Doesn't look like it's doing anything. No, it did fucking nothing. I wish the fucking shot didn't change. Because it looks pretty good if I just lower the opacity, but... I don't like that you can see the people behind it in the next shot. Alright, well, we'll come back to that in a second. Whoops.
Hey, diddly ho, neighbor.
Get rid of the mask. Hide the layer and make a new one so I can properly crop that bun. Bring that back. And I should probably drag the edges out a bit more then. I'll look at chat now, it's been a minute. Okay, it's last call based on the singular greatest Sonic game ever made. This will probably be the video that will do the best on the channel. Hell yeah, absolutely. Let's play the scene out. I'll try to see if I can get a better glow on that later. I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Welcome back
I'm getting way too fixated on details right now.
to the biggest esports tournament in the country.
That's right. It's been a long week, but we finally made it to the final event. That being the Sonic Blast tournament. Several teams from around the world will be competing to see who can clear this beloved game the quickest. I'm the artist formerly known as Mick Riddle.
And I'm Zimbo Johnson. We'll be covering this race for all of you watching at home.
Okay. I have a really stupid idea for a joke that I want to put in, but I'm not gonna. But it would take so much fucking time. I'm not gonna do it on stream right now, but.
Well, it would take time. I am sorry. I watched something completely different.
Oh.
Right, explain to me what's happening again, Spiny.
Okay, so I need now I just need a backdrop for Spiny and his team, his boys. You know what the joke? Yeah, you know what? What I want to do isn't gonna work here, so I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll save it for a future video. I don't know. Oh, I fucking hate it when it does that. It didn't actually create it. Because I guess I had the wrong thing selected. Fuck off.
Right, explain to me what's happening again, Spiny.
Blast
I
race.
can't wait for you to do the Olympic Games. That's gonna be
I've got-
funny as hell.
I've got the Wii one now. I got the first ever Mario and Sonic at the Olympics now. Because it was at too many games.
It's kind of sad that they don't do them anymore.
They did do one for 2020, which was a fictional Olympics events.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would have been cool if they still did them. I get why they don't, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. The last one was fucking atrocious. The only other one I played was the first winter ones on DS, and it was okay. And then I played the London Olympics, which I actually did enjoy that game a decent bit.
I don't think they needed to do Winter Olympics, but
Or they'll bring it
when
back.
they say
eventually.
Olympics, they could have just put them both together.
They might come back. I mean, they might bring the series back.
I don't know. I mean, unless the Olympics is big again, like that, you know. I
The
mean, I know the
Olympics not
Olympics is
big
big.
anymore.
Period. Say what?
I was gonna say, is the Olympics not big anymore?
It's not as big as it used to be. Like
Mhm.
every couple, like every decade or so, something happens. You know, at the Olympics, but like, I don't think you know, I don't know. I just don't think that there's the hype for it. You know.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess time will tell. Spiny can probably swim. I don't know if he's a great swimmer, but if he falls into a pool, he's not going to drown.
It just kind of floats like hedgehogs normally do.
I imagine Spiny could swim. I'm trying to think if there's been anything in the. No, I don't think Spiny has swam yet.
But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to do an Olympics video. I think it'd be pretty funny as well.
I just typed in esports event, no people. I wanted to just see if I could get a shot. I'm not surprised.
Empty stadium, empty stage.
Empty stage. Yeah, but then I'm only getting big shots of the stage. I kind of need something like more of like a background that we would see someone actually competing in.
That sucks.
And I'm sure I could find something, but I just don't really know what to search to give me exactly what I need for this. Let me review the stock footage I already have. Maybe I can just take a screenshot from one of them.
I would absolutely love it if the Spiny Olympics episode was actually Spiny going to the Olympics.
What would he enter for?
Everything. He just signed up for shit.
They enter an esports category.
He just like wrote his name down on a paper and qualified for every single event.
There was a
He
good
enters-
him, but instead he got into every single event.
He enters into like
What if I just type in neon light room? Like that, I might be able to just get a wall that works by doing that. Adding that to the Spiny lore list. Can anyone make a wiki? Is that like something that can happen? Could we make a Spiny wiki?
yeah, anyone can make a wiki.
Could. I don't know. The whole fandom wiki website has been kind of.
Oh yeah, no, not that. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be on that one. That one is just like constant misinformation now. Not that.
Not even like constant misinformation. It's like constant ads. And
No, that's really bad too.
It is like non-functional. You cannot
Yeah,
use it.
It's really bad.
Like,
All good wikis are on a different website now. Like they completely shot themselves in the foot. They Nobody fucking likes using theirs anymore now.
Well, my problem with the fandom wiki is that they also introduce like fan canon to stuff.
And well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not wrong about the misinformation. Like, they are like horribly written a lot of the time. One of the people who has been working, I think it's Bill Oakley, went on Twitter recently, and just like there was like this trivia page for Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2, and he said every single fact was wrong. Like, not he like went through and like disproved every single one of them, saying like he said I have never seen that before. Every single one of these is false. And that's like a big episode too. You know, that was like that's one of the most popular Simpsons episodes is the Who Shot Mr. Burns 2-parter. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit to go through.
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I feel like there's a very auditorium background. Like, honest auditorium
I think
background.
because like, and there's nothing wrong with like having your fan projects on the wiki page. It's just I want to look for it instead of you putting it on like.
You know what would have been the fucking solution to this, Chris? And let's see. Just if I was thinking about it, just taking a picture at too many games.
Yeah.
There are so many areas there that were like there were times where they were empty too. I would have just taken a picture while I was there. I could have gotten exactly what I needed.
Yeah, you really could have just done that, huh?
Yeah.
Just shoot a picture of us.
I might just be able to like find if I just find like a big black room, darker room, and then I put stuff into it. That might be fine.
Spidey's just standing on our faces.
So I'm gonna save this shitty Shutterstock image. And I'm gonna just kind of put my own shit in the background. Like I'll put in some folding chairs. But we'll use this for now, and if I find something better in the process, we'll go for it. I also need two. That's another thing. I need two angles because there needs to be a shot of just the, just like the back of each of the characters' shirts.
You know who you need in one of these videos?
What's that?
Zach.
Yeah, I would like Zach to come on and do a voice, but we'll see. He has to be up for it.
I miss hearing his voice.
Me too. I would like to have Zach as do voice a character in one of these.
Oh, never mind. I heard the ding and I was like, holy shit, did we summon Zach?
Who got summoned? Oh, okay.
It's no one. It's literally no one. Nobody is here.
Yeah, I thought somebody came for a second, but I guess they didn't.
Just like my sex life.
Oh, okay.
Austin's old friend who shared that script with me for his last movie, like showed some interest in doing like voice acting for each other, so I might have him do a voice in one of these. I think I have a character in mind for him.
You should message Rich. Hey.
Let the race begin.
I would definitely have Richie do a voice if he was up for it. I'd pay Richie to do a voice, but I'd have to. It would need to be a special occasion. I would need to make sure I've got the right role for him. I think Spiny could win at Olympic table tennis. I have genuinely making a compile of Spiny lore, and I'm having trouble because I'm having to go back and watch all the playthroughs and last call episodes, plus the comics. I will say this much: you don't need to look at the playthroughs that much. I mean, I think we do jokingly say stuff sometimes, but you might if you go for the playthroughs, you might even hear us bring up something that's not actually part of the Spiny lore and just a joke. If you do make a lore list. Although Marty Dimps is absolutely canon. Did I lose you guys? Chris was about to say something and then it just cut off.
Oh.
Oh, hey, there we go. I was afraid my internet's gone out.
No, my internet's being shit right now for some reason. Anyways, I'm gonna try to say this quick. You should have Richie on, like how they did with the
Like how he did with what? Discord is being your worst enemy right now.
Smash.
Oh my god, it keeps cutting you off.
Did you hear me? I swear to God, internet just work for a fucking second. You should have Richie on like they did on the Smash tournament.
Yeah, that'd be
cool.
cool.
The live one.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
3GI or whatever.
3GI. There's some pretty epic people.
You should get 3GI to be in a video. Because we all know they watch Spiny Norman.
I watch Spiny Norman day and night. Alrighty.
Well, I'm gonna head out because my internet's deciding to be a piece of shit.
I think I'm gonna call it here too. I just kind of wanted to get a start for this. We got the opening part done, and yeah, I've got some stuff I want to do too. I've been watching. Chris, you're the Adult Swim fanatic here. Have you seen Venture Brothers?
Absolutely.
Have you seen all of Venture Brothers?
Yes.
Including the new movie.
Yes.
I think I'm 8 episodes in. I really like it so far.
No, Venture Brothers is an inspiration for one of my comics that me and Olivia are making.
Is the tone? I'm genuinely curious, and you don't have to spoil anything. Just answer me yes or no. Is there like legitimately like a big tonal change, like a BoJack level tone change, or just like a slight tone change? Because I hear I'm in the first season. I'm at the I'm like halfway through the first season.
Ah, shit.
Huh?
What did you say you were watching?
Venture Bros.
Venture Brothers. I would argue there's a status quo change.
Okay.
There's a lot of the tone. I don't know if I could say the tone changes because like it keeps itself very. I don't know how to put it. Like it never loses its tone, but it takes a more serious one while keeping itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain. I guess it gets more lore heavy, I guess is the way to put it. It takes itself more silly. Like, it takes itself seriously, but it keeps the tone. You know
right.
what I mean?
I mean, that's how I would want it. I like how. I like how when they're doing a good job with it. I like how Rick and Morty does it. Like, it stays funny, but they're able to have like dramatic story arcs. Those are my favorite type. I like what the show is for what it is already, but my favorite types of shows are the ones that like start really silly but then get more dramatic as it goes on. But it's not that I want the comedy to go away. I want it to stay. But like like your Gravity Falls or your BoJack Horseman's, just stuff that like can really make you feel.
Well, if you ever want to, Venture Brothers is one of my favorites. If you ever want to just sit and talk shit about it, I am down.
As I'm watching it, absolutely. The TV show movies, Venture Brothers has been requested a few times, and it's one that I've actually wanted to watch. So I'm like, okay, let's start watching that show.
Can I recommend something though?
Sure.
I definitely recommend watching the whole series before you jump to the movie.
I am, because I know it's like I know it is at the very least story driven. And the movie is a series finale.
Yeah, because I think to enjoy the movie, I mean, you can enjoy the movie without it, I guess, but like, yeah, exactly. So, it's fun. It's really fun. I love it. I love the whole series. You have the luxury to watch it all instead of waiting like.
Yeah. That's nice because I know the show took forever to come out. It was like 15 years for 7 seasons.
We're gonna reverse better. Yeah, it's great. All of it's great. I love it.
Oh, cool. I'm looking forward to it. The prior to watching,
all we need is the Xavier Renegade Angel movie, and then I'm set for life.
yeah, like so far the only like prior to watching, actually sitting down and watching the show, the only thing I ever saw from it was this clip of the Monarch trying to take money out and he couldn't, so he tries to rob the place and the spider guy takes care of him. And that clip made me laugh, and I think that might be from the last season of the show. But yeah, I like what I've seen so far a lot. It's it's very funny.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Well, I'm gonna let you go because like my internet's being absolute dog shit. So.
Mitzi, I apologize for failing to remind you about your portion to record.
That is okay.
But try to record that.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night, guys.
Okay.
Good night.
I remember
Peace,
FU, right?
Steve.